Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2025 First Quarter Awards and Promotional Ceremony. This is our opportunity to celebrate just a few of the amazing things that our staff have accomplished this year and recognize some very special people who are being promoted today. I'm joined today by Deputy Chief Carmine Izzo, Deputy Chief DeMayo. I'd like to acknowledge a couple of guests in the audience. I have Acting City Manager Teresa Lamar Sarno. I saw her come in. There she is. Thank you for coming, Teresa. And I have retired Chief Del Toro, our sheriff, in the audience. All right, as you can tell, I'm all amped up. I love promotions, and this is going to be an awesome opportunity. I'd like you to start out by joining me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Dominic, take it away.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Master Sergeant Dominic Masidi. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Port St. Lucie Police Department. And today we're going to be starting off with our service citations. What I ask is once you're called up to receive your citation or award, please step up, stand with the chiefs, and remain standing until the memos are read and the photographs are taken. Then you may return to your seat. Thank you. So beginning with our 5 years service citation, we have Sergeant Willis Tumblin, Detective Tanner Terrio, Officer Kevin Helseth, and Carlene Cooks. Next is our 10-year service citation. We have Sergeant William Thompson, Detective Colton Reisinger, Officer James Boyd, and Officer Rafael Rodriguez. And now for our 20 years service citation, Acting Sergeant Castanya Freeman, Colleen Bakels, and Records Manager Linda Cole. And for 25 years of service, we have Captain Robert Fontaine, Sergeant Terry Hankel, soon to be Lieutenant, Officer Alexis Corona, and Officer Gerard Harrington. And last but not least, with 30 years of service, Deputy Chief Mark DeMeo. All right, next we have our Career Ladder Program recipients. For Police Officer 1, we have Officer Justin Bernst and Officer Natalie Mastrangiola. And for Senior Detective, we have a very large group here. We have Detective Clayton Baldwin, Detective Edward Griffith, Detective Corey Hewlings, Detective Robert Mayer, Detective Kevin O'Hay, Detective Daniel Papaleo, and Detective Nathaniel Penny. And for Master Detective, Detective Richard Giacone, Detective James Jones, Detective Amy Malaveski, Detective Kristen Meyer, Detective Robert O'Hara, Detective John Squitieri, and Detective Eric Venazio. And now to our Educational Achievement Awards. We have Officer Eric Terrio with an Associate's in Science. Detective Joseph Iannone with an Associate of Applied Science. Detective Jermaine Singleton with an Associate in Science. And Lieutenant Timothy Bort with a Master's in Criminal Justice. All right, next we have our unit citations, and the first unit citation goes to a District 2 CID combined effort for a burglary that happened in District 2. Lieutenant Timothy Bort, Sergeant Antronaya Holliday, Officer Scart Chodoff, Officer Dominic Durbin, Officer Matthew Gilbert, Officer Gabriel Gutierrez, Officer Daniel Hamlin, Officer Stephen Kravitz, Officer Corey Menino, Officer Brandon McBride, Detective Sergeant Supreet Shima, Detective Sergeant Kevin Kaminsky, Detective Adam Doty, Detective Joshua Kirkus, Detective Daniel Papaleo, Detective Nathaniel Penny, Detective Carlos Valentin, Detective Angel Vargas, and Digital Forensics Examiner James Lauber. So on February 18th, 2025, a report came in regarding 2 suspects actively attempting to enter a vehicle. A rapid and coordinated response was initiated, and 1 suspect was located and apprehended. During questioning, the suspect provided a description of his accomplice, though he withheld the individual's name. A few days later, officers patrolling the city observed 2 suspicious males wearing masks and gloves. They took them both into custody. During an interview with one of those juveniles, he confessed to numerous burglaries and stolen vehicles, including Kerrigan Terrace, as well as recent vehicle burglaries at the Traditions parking garage during the Italian Fest. A warrant was secured to search that suspect's cell phone. During the digital forensics review, cell phone data revealed text messages, pictures of suspected stolen guns, and screenshots of the neighborhood the suspects who were planning to burglarize. Detectives successfully located an additional suspect, and during questioning, he confessed to burglary and theft of a firearm. The squad's dedication, professionalism, and proactive approach to this complex and rapidly evolving situation resulted in the swift apprehension of over 4 suspects, the closure of numerous burglaries and hotspots, the recovery of valuable information, and a significant contribution to the safety and security of the community. Congratulations. All right, the next unit citation is in regards to the Northwest Zenith Drive shooting, and this includes Chief Leo Nimzik, Lieutenant Adrian Caudell, Acting Lieutenant Daniel Harrington, Detective Sergeant Supreet Shima, Acting Sergeant James Warino, Detective Richard Giacone, Detective Dennis Harrigan, Detective Gerard Harrington, Detective Kristen Meyer, Officer Justin Bernst, Officer Isaiah Colon, Officer Andrew Commander, Officer Daniel Hamlin, Officer Leonard Kubicek, Officer Ryan McCauley, Officer Francisco Rodriguez, Officer Jennifer Rubio, Officer Benjamin Thayer, Officers in Training Jennifer Asaro, Officer in Training Dalton Howard, Officer in Training Mavis Lopez, Officer in Training Wendy Renderos Vecorano, Officer in Training Aubrey Ward, CSI Manager Joel Smith, CSI Ariel Forch, CSI Janelle Ramirez. So this incident also occurred on February 18th, 2025, where officers were dispatched to Northwest Zenith Drive in reference to a young child accidentally shooting himself in the head. As expected in this type of situation, the scene was chaotic upon arrival. All officers involved remained calm and professional. They worked together quickly, rendering aid to the child, calming family members, securing evidence, establishing a crime scene, and assisting rescue with transporting the child to Lawnwood Hospital. In addition, upon CID's arrival, several officers played an important role in assisting detectives, the victim advocate, and transporting family members from the scene to the police station. This was an extremely tragic event that could have had a lasting effect on those involved. We are proud of the composure and professionalism each officer displayed throughout this entire call. As a unit, these officers could not have handled the situation better. Congratulations. All right, our next unit citation is in regards to a armed home invasion on Southwest Meadow Terrace, and that includes Lieutenant David Butterworth, Sergeant Antroniana Holliday, Officer Dylan Arena, Officer Michael Bianco, Officer Eugene Gibbons, Officer Stephen Hoover, Officer Eric Terrio, Detective Dennis Harrigan, Detective Robert O'Hara, CSI Kathy Espejo, and CSI Janelle Ramirez. So on January 4th, officers responded to Southwest Meadow Terrace for an armed robbery. The victims were able to free themselves and call 911. Upon arrival, officers were able to gather pertinent information, identify one of the suspects, identify the suspect's vehicle, and issue a BOLO to surrounding agencies. Detective Sergeant Boyce with CID responded to the scene with Detectives Harrigan and O'Hara. Upon arrival, CID was advised the Indian River County Sheriff's Office had both suspects and 2 vehicles, and K-9 Officer Gibbons was en route. to coordinate and facilitate the flow of information between the two agencies. Both suspects were interviewed at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Search warrants were obtained, and evidence from both the crime scene and the vehicles was processed by CSI. The victim's property, along with the firearm used in the home invasion, were located. Both suspects were arrested. The actions taken by you show your devotion to duty of service to the public and make you deserving of this citation. Congratulations. All right, our next citation goes to the Purchasing Department, including Emily Burgess, Diana Mazio, and Paulina Tranberg. Purchasing, managed by Emily Burgess and staffed by Paulina Tranberg and Diana Mazio, have taken on an increased workload recently, specifically with the equipment and uniforms for the Cadet Academy classes. On average, they process 140 purchase orders and invoices monthly. During the last quarter, they issued equipment to 32 new hires and processed 17 equipment returns. As they move towards going paperless, they have uploaded and scanned more than 2,400 invoices and purchase orders to date. They've worked tirelessly to order and issue new outerwear for all sworn personnel, coordinated the recent recall of defective rescue flotation devices, and disposed of used uniforms for separated employees. This is in addition to being available for all deliveries, coordination of deliveries and pickups, shadow boxes for retirements, and many more duties and responsibilities they accomplish daily. Your contributions to our agency make you deserving of this citation. Congratulations. All right, our next citation is a life-saving citation regarding a man that went overboard, and that goes to Officer Ryan Lodwick. On January 24th, Officer Lodwick responded to Club Med Marina in reference to a 55-year-old male who fell into the water from a sailboat. Officer Lodwick, first on scene, was able to locate the subject and throw him a rescue disc. The subject was pulled from the water with the assistance of Rescue 12. He was transported to St. Lucie Medical Center suffering from hypothermia. It is likely that if Officer Lodwick did not locate the subject as quickly as he did, he would have succumbed to his hypothermia and drowned. Congratulations on a job well done. The next life-saving citation in regards to a full arrest goes to Officer Victoria Penny. On February 6, officers were dispatched to Southwest McCracken Avenue in response to a 55-year-old male in full cardiac arrest. Being the first to arrive, you entered the residence and located the unresponsive male as a woman was attempting to perform CPR. Remaining calm under pressure, you effectively communicated with bystanders to obtain information and cleared space to ensure access for incoming rescue personnel. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, you took over life-saving efforts. She continued the life-saving efforts until she was relieved by St. Lucie County Fire. The male was transported to Tradition Medical Center where he was stabilized before being transferred to Martin North Medical Center for further treatment. Due to your swift response, composure under pressure, and proper execution of CPR, you played a critical role during a life-threatening medical emergency, and your decisive actions directly contributed to the patient's survival. Congratulations. Our next award is our Administrative Excellence Award, and that goes to Detective Sergeant Supreet Chima. So during this quarter, you learned about a canine program which specializes in locating electronic storage devices. These canine, known as ESD canines, are regularly used during search warrants for cellular phones, SD cards, and other devices where child pornography or other illegal material can be stored. Additionally, as a dual-purpose and emotional support dog, the ESD canine offers support to law enforcement and civilian personnel when a need is identified and required. In your research, you learned that ESD canines are donated to select agencies who can demonstrate a need, receive approval from the chief, and pass a selection process. You took the initiative to present your research to the agency. Once approved, you completed all administrative applications with the organization, scheduled and facilitated the required meet and greet, coordinated the ESD canine detective selection process, and updated the canine policy to reflect the implementation of the ESD canine. As a result, our agency was selected to receive the ESD canine. You demonstrated a level of performance in an administrative capacity that went above and beyond the normal performance of your duties. Congratulations. Our next Administrative Excellence Award goes to Acting Captain Brenton Black. All right, this year you are recognized for your exceptional work in leading the expansion and reorganization of the Neighborhood Policing Bureau, a major undertaking essential to the city's continued growth and the evolving needs of our department as well as our community. Tasked with the complex responsibility of creating additional patrol zones and introducing a new district and region as a team, you collaborated with multiple agencies and departments, including the city's Information Technology Division, St. Lucie County Public Safety, and various internal units. Your mission was to ensure that all supporting systems such as dispatch protocols, policy documents, mapping software, and internal platforms were accurately updated and fully operational. The success of this reorganization required a strategic and detail-oriented approach. You held numerous coordinated meetings with both internal and external parties, maintained detailed agendas and action plans, and consistently ensured accountability across all phases of the project. Congratulations. All right, next we're going to recognize our volunteer of the first quarter for 2025, and that is Robert Juergens. On behalf of Mr. Juergens, Donna Hentz is going to accept his award. Mr. Juergens has been a volunteer with PSLPD Community Patrol in the newly developed Riverland area since June of 2022. After being selected as lieutenant, you helped the captain with growing the roster along with completing everyday duties. You have done a very good job with keeping things in order and helping the area grow. Congratulations. The next award is our Civilian of the First Quarter for 2025, and that goes to Crystal Lansing. As an invaluable member to the records team, you have consistently demonstrated dedication, professionalism, and a positive attitude that uplifts everyone around you. You go above and beyond in everything you do, never hesitating to go the extra mile to ensure the tasks are completed efficiently and accurately. Your willingness to assist others, whether it be your colleagues or those we serve, shows your selflessness and commitment to excellence. What truly sets you apart is your warmth and charisma. You are always ready to lend a helping hand, approaching every situation with kindness and enthusiasm. Your smile and positive energy make the workplace a better environment for all, and your caring nature does not go unnoticed. Congratulations. All right, our next award is Detective of the Quarter, and that goes to Detective Samantha DiPiero, who could not be here. And on behalf of her, Detective Sergeant Supri Chima will be accepting the award. So this quarter, Detective DiPiero worked tirelessly on several investigations to bring justice to victims. While working multiple cases, you were given a case where an unknown naked male was seen pleasuring himself on the victim's Ring video. You utilized all the resources available to you to identify this male. You conducted a deep dive into individuals residing in the area and completed a check of documented sex offenders living in the area as well. Several people with similar characteristics were interviewed and cleared of being involved. When all of these resources did not reveal a suspect, you drafted and submitted several technology-related search warrants. A while later, it became known that an Internet Crimes Against Children detective was working on a case which may have been linked to your case. The suspect was identified and taken to the station for an interview where you were able to obtain a confession to the suspect being the person in the Ring video. During the interview, you learned that the suspect may have exploited his younger siblings. You quickly pivoted and started another investigation into this matter and were able to get help for the children that he unfortunately exploited. The suspect was charged with attempted burglary to an occupied dwelling, indecent exposure of sexual organs, sexual battery on a child, and lewd and lascivious molestation. In a separate case, you were sent to investigate a tragic death when a mechanic was crushed by a delivery van when the jack and stands failed. You worked closely with OSHA and the medical examiner's office and the family's attorney to make sure the death was properly investigated and no questions remain unanswered. Congratulations. And finally, we come to our Officer of the First Quarter for 2025, and that goes to Officer Brandon Martinez. Throughout the first quarter of 2025, you distinguished yourself among your peers by serving in the auxiliary role of Public Affairs Officer in the PIO. In this capacity, you greatly assisted the agency by showcasing the positive work of the department to the community. You served in this capacity while continuing to fulfill your primary role as an officer assigned to the Neighborhood Policing Bureau. In addition to serving dual functions as PIO and a patrol officer, you served in a third critical function as a member of the agency's crisis negotiation team. Since then, you have diffused many potentially volatile situations, bringing them to a peaceful and nonviolent resolution. You readily offer your services all over the city, not just in the district to which you were assigned. In your personal life, you serve the community as an ordained minister, often providing chaplaincy services to members of your shift and spiritual counseling to members of the department. Through your ministry, you provide great assistance and spiritual guidance to members of the community as well. Congratulations. And Chief, I'm turning it back over to you for the promotions.
All right, I tried to stall as long as I could, but Daniel's turning red and starting to get upset. So I have the distinct honor and pleasure of promoting 3 really outstanding cops, excellent sergeants, and you know what? These guys could have been promoted a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm delighted that we're going to be able to do that today. So I'd like to invite Daniel Harrington up front. I'm going to talk about you a little bit, buddy. All right, celebrating with Daniel today are his wife, Lindsay, son, Christian, daughter, Riley, his parents, Brian and Judy Harrington, his sister, Amy McDonald, his sister-in-laws, Steve and Jerry Brubaker, sister-in-law, Jamie Gunn, hey, I didn't write, pal, and his nieces, Hannah McDonald, Reagan McDonald, Kendall McDonald, Jalen Gunn, Jada Gunn, Giselle Gunn, and Jasmine Gunn. You got a lot of frequent flyer miles out of this one, didn't you? All right, Daniel was born in Georgia. He has a twin brother, David, who could not be here today. Daniel and his family relocated to Port St. Lucie in 1994. Daniel graduated from Lincoln Park High School in 1997. He began his career with the Port St. Lucie Police Department on July 27, 1998, as a police service aide. Daniel was sworn in as an officer October 2, 2000, and was promoted to detective in 2003. He quickly set himself apart and was promoted to sergeant on October 21, 2009. He has served 2 different sergeant assignments in Neighborhood Policing Bureau and was a sergeant for the District Action Response Team, aka defunct DART team. He was assigned to the Special Investigations Division and was a member in good standing of the DEA Task Force. Daniel has twice been assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division to include sergeant of the Major Crimes Unit. Daniel is currently an acting lieutenant in Criminal Investigations Division, and that's where he's going to stay. Daniel has received numerous accolades from the citizens of Port St. Lucie, as well as receiving the following awards during his tenure with the department: the Fire Citation Bar in 1999, Civilian of the Quarter in 2000, the 100 Club Law Enforcement Officer of the Year Award in 2002, the Problem-Oriented Policing Award, aka Operation Hard Hat. You have to tell me that story someday, sir. 3 Exceptional Duty Awards, the Chief's Merit Award, City Manager's Significant Achievement Award, City Certificate of Excellence for the Hurricanes, which ones? 29 unit citations, Distinguished Achievement Award for the Safest City, many, many times over. 3 Commendation Citations, 4 Do Your Job Awards, 2 Administrative Excellence Awards, and the Senior Sergeant Certification. As you can see, Daniel is highly qualified, highly ready, and now I'd like to invite Lindsay to pin his badge. I'm just going to point out that Daniel's lieutenant badge, his first one he's receiving, is going to be that of a detective lieutenant, as Daniel is going to remain our lieutenant in Criminal Investigations Division, which he's earned many times over. You know, Daniel had told me earlier today that he can't stand public attention, and I promised him I wouldn't embarrass him, and I won't. It's become a tradition during promotions that the deputy chiefs pin the collar brass on the newly promoted. I'm going to reconsider that. All right, that is Detective Lieutenant Daniel Harrington. Ooh, I don't know if I have strength for any more today. All right, next, Terry Hinkle. All right, celebrating with Terry today. Someone had it funny. Is Terry's mother, Sue, his eldest brother, Jody, and his two sons, Miles and Garrett Hinkle. Sergeant Hinkle was born in Palm Beach, Florida. Before Terry worked at the PSLPD, he served 4 years in the United States Navy and began his law enforcement career at the Okeechobee Correctional Institution, where he worked for approximately 3 years. Terry was sworn into the Port St. Lucie Police Department on February 7th, 2000, where he welcomed challenges to develop his career. He was promoted to sergeant on October 23, 2013. Terry is currently an acting lieutenant in the Neighborhood Policing Bureau. He has also held the assignments of Criminal Investigations Division Detective, Criminal Investigations Division Sergeant, Crime Scene Investigator Sergeant, Property and Evidence Section Sergeant, and Uniform Crime Scene Investigator Sergeant. Terry has earned a Bachelor's degree of Arts in Liberal Studies from Barry University. Terry has received accolades from the citizens of Port St. Lucie, as well as the following departmental recognitions: 2 Civic Awards, the Chief's Merit Award, 2 Commendation Citations, Distinguished Achievement Awards for Safest City, too many years to name. That's because we're that good. 2 Do Your Job Awards, 1 Exceptional Duty, Manager of the Second Quarter for 2020, Police Officer 1 Certification, 3 POP Awards, Senior Sergeant Certification, and 8 unit citations. Sergeant Hinkle has proven himself as one of the strongest leaders in the police agency, and I'm proud to promote him today to the rank of lieutenant. This time, I'd like to invite Terry's mom, Sue, up front. All right, I gotta say, Lieutenant Terry Hinkle. Sal, you out there? Sal Garcia, everybody. Come on up, Sal. He needs no introduction. Celebrating with him today are his mother, Laura, girlfriend, Courtney, brothers, Danny, Mauricio, and Roman, as well as sisters-in-law, Daniela and Cynthia. Sergeant Salvador Garcia was born in Fort Pierce, Florida. His parents are Salvador and Laura. He has 4 siblings, Roman, Danny, Mauricio, and Sebastian. He has one son, Ian. Before Salvador worked at the PSLPD, he began his law enforcement career at the Fort Pierce Police Department, where he worked for approximately 6 years. That was a good grab we made there, wasn't it, Sal? Salvador was sworn into the Port St. Lucie Police Department on August 7, 2012, where he welcomed challenges to enhance his career. He was promoted to sergeant on November 15, 2021. Sal is currently an acting lieutenant in MPB and the SWAT Deputy Operations Commander. He has also held the ancillary assignments of traffic homicide investigator, field training officer, field training sergeant, training instructor, uniform crime scene investigator, and uniform crime scene investigator sergeant. Salvador has earned a Master's of Arts in Criminal Justice from American Public University. He has also received the following departmental recognitions: 1 life-saving citation, 8 unit citations, the Distinguished Achievement Awards for Safest City 2013 to 2020, 3 commendation citations, the Do Your Job Award, the Administrative Excellence Award, and the Civic Award. Sergeant Garcia has proven himself to be an esteemed member of our department, and we are very fortunate to have him, and I'm proud to promote him to lieutenant today. I'd like to invite Salvador's mother, Laura, up to pin the badge, please. All right, Lieutenant Salvador Garcia. Come on. Hey, why don't you come over here, Sal? Can I get the other 2 lieutenants to join us up front? I know I forgot to take a photo with Sal, but I'll do it after we do the oath of honor. So we have a tradition in the Port St. Lucie Police Department during swearings and promotions where all the sworn officers in our presence will take the oath of honor together, just to remind us of how important our integrity is in this line of work, in this career. So at this time, I'd like to invite all sworn officers to join us. Rise and raise your right hand, please. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve. I will. Thank you. All right, I got to grab a picture with Sal. Hold on. Come on, Sal. We're not done yet, folks. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay, before the 3 new lieutenants leave, they have to sign a couple of pieces of paper. It just tells me that if you don't make it past probation that I get your badges back, so you guys will be fine. All right, well, as everybody can see, the Port St. Lucie Police Department is growing, it is thriving, and each day we're getting better than ever. And I'm so proud to have the opportunity to be a chief, and I'm so proud to promote these gentlemen today, and I'm proud of the work this organization's doing every day. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. I believe we have some light refreshments across the street at the PD, so please join us. Thank you.